Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we'll look at a beer from one of the Japanese major brewing companies. There are four: Asahi, Kirin, Sapporo, and Suntory. And we'll take a look at one of their new beers, and actually it's a re-release of a beer which they put out quite a while ago. And it is called Sapporo Kuradashi Draft Beer. And it's a pale lager. And they apparently brought it out in 1994 at first, and they re-released it just recently in July of this year. So it has been around before. I know I've seen it. I don't think I've ever reviewed it before, but they have re-released it, and it's a pale lager, 4.5%. So Japanese majors tend to put out this and that and bring back old beers, try to see what, like it's the equivalent of throwing stuff at the wall. What will stick? What do people want? And we're just getting into the hotter period of summer here. The rainy season is about to end, and I think breweries are, hoping to find some kind of a summer hit as well. This is 4.5%. Don't know the international bittering units for it at all. On Rate Beer, there are only 8 ratings, and they're all from 2013. So, and I believe that was the last time I've seen this beer, 2013, which would be 11 years, So, Untapped, 239 ratings, and I don't know if they're from the more recent one or way back when, but Untapped actually didn't exist back then, so and the average is 3.03. So Sapporo Kuradashi, I guess we could say something like direct from the kura, the storehouse, the warehouse, fresh from the warehouse, something like that. And one more thing to note about this is a Family Mart limited beer, so you won't find it at other stores. You have to go to the Family Mart convenience store, and you will find it there probably. And what else is special? Well, it's 100% malt, and I know those of you are thinking, well, aren't all beers 100% malt? In Japan, no, they're not. We have a variety of different low malt and no malt beers as well, so which are kind of decreasing in popularity, I think, now for tax reasons. So the tax on all malt beers is higher than low or no malt beers, but gradually the government is trying to equalize them. So the popularity of these low malt beers probably will go down. And another thing is that it's aged, they claim it's aged at sub-zero temperatures. Okay, so not a nice beer, definitely, but aged at a very cold temperature. I had this in 2013, so 11 years ago, and I did rate it then. This cost 224 yen at the store where I bought it, and that would translate to $1.42 in US dollar terms, and in euros it would be 1.30, and I expect it's probably going to be a very workmanlike sort of pale lager. You can see the design here, and what does it say? It says, "What happens when master brewers are allowed to follow their best instincts? This is the answer, a special beer for some special friends." And I don't know if these are special friends or who they are, but I assume they're the brewers. They don't look like Japanese brewers to me, but in any case. So shall we give this a go? So again, it's, as it says here at the top, this is Family Mart exclusive or limited. That's where you will find this beer. So I don't have a strong memory of this beer whatsoever. I didn't give it a very high rating last time. Okay, and let's see what we get here. Is it very clear, very light, very kind of pale yellow. I give it a kind of a hard pour, so it's got a couple of fingers of sort of blocky, chalky blocky sort of foam. And aroma, light, pleasant, malty, Yeah. Flavor, pale, very thin and malty. Rather watery. I guess this is for, as a summer drink, something lighter. It does have a light residue of malt throughout the palate. Not terribly exceptional malt, but malt. And the hops, a very light hop bite in mid-palate, which is typical of the style, which fades out very, very quickly. Not a terribly exciting beer, but maybe what you want at this time of year. Yeah, drinkable. I rated it 2.4 in 2013. 2.4 out of 5, which is not a very good rating. I would give this a little bit higher, I think. I'm assuming they have changed it somewhat, changed the recipe a bit, and so I think I could probably give this maybe a 2.7 or 8. Not over the 3, the critical 3.0 line for acceptable drinkable beer, but still this is not terrible, which is okay. Yeah. Okay, so somewhat malty, somewhat watery, very light hoppiness. Not a terrible beer. You'll see this in Family Mart. You want to go give it a try, and maybe tell me what you think about it if you do try it. Okay, or tell me your experience with other pale lagers that you've had. Okay, it is the most common style of beer in Japan, for sure. Okay, that is it for today. Hope you're doing well. We are at the end of, almost at the end of the rainy season. Next week it's predicted to rain for about another 3 or 4 days, and then from then it will be hot, and it's steamy hot. Friends of mine try to get away either to higher altitudes or to another country to get away from the summer heat. It doesn't bother me as much as say winter does, even though where I live it's not so extreme, but I don't mind the heat so much as well. But enough, and take care. Bye bye.